What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3, Episode 18. I don't know what the title of the episode is because the guy really didn't have it, so we don't know what the name of the episode is. But this is the episode before the finale. Whoo! Won't he do it? This has been a great season, but it's been the Melody and the Martell show all season. Speaking of the Melody and Martell show, why last Saturday did they have to show that whole ass episode about Melody and Martell as if we have not been on this ride with Melody and Martell this entire season, Carlos? Would love to know that question to that answer. But hey, we're back for the episode 18. Before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and are not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm going to need you guys to do me a big, huge favor. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications, share the video, like the video, all that kind of good stuff, right? So we got a busy day today. So today we're doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. Then I got to do Power Book 2, Ghost. Then we're doing Real Housewives of Potomac Reunion Part 3. Thank God that's almost over. Then we got Salt Lake City and we got Insecure. You guys, I'm really debating hard about if I'm gonna review Portia's show. I'm debating on that one. Then we'll talk about that later tonight. But with that out the way, you guys, without further ado, let's discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode, we picked up where we left off with the argument between Melody and Martell that we had 2 weeks ago. To sum it up, really, when it comes to Martell. So you guys remember they were arguing because Melody went out. And I'm not even gonna say it was a date, right? Melody just could have went out and just had a night out with a friend or just someone that she wanted to get to know, right? There's nothing wrong with that because Melody is what? A single woman. She and Martell are divorced. They're not together. So I don't know why Martell got so in his feelings that she was out on a date with another man. Basically, he's being petty. Basically, he is, it's like, it's one of those things where you don't realize what you have until it's gone. And that's what the situation is with Martell. You can't handle the fact that you messed up your marriage. Your wife divorced. You and your wife got a divorce. Your wife is out on another date with someone else. Why don't you go worry about coleslaw? Like, you on social media talking about, you like coleslaw. So go be with coleslaw. Let Mel be with whoever she wants to be with, right? So Martell kept bringing up Melody's song. Now, granted, we do know that song is about him. We know it. Do I care anymore? Absolutely not. Did I care when it came out? No. I don't care anything about that damn song. I mean, you gave her the material. She wrote it. And she performs it. So, I really don't feel nothing for him. Really don't feel nothing for him. You know what? Is this going to be a short week for reviews? It might be. Because I keep saying I'm going to give you guys that review for Evening with Six Sonic. I'm going to do it one day this week. Might do it Wednesday. I don't think I have anything. Yeah. That's how I feel about Melody and Martell. I just don't understand why he had felt the need to pull out his phone and record her and the guy. And then you were in a business meeting. Okay. We're going to move forward because Martell just, I mean, literally, you thought the grass was greener on the other side, but you realized that grass was just as brown and dead as it could be. So now you want to go back over there to that lively green grass that is Melody. Mel don't want you back. Mel, please don't ever, and it's interesting when you see the cast asking, do you think that do they think that they can find their way back to each other? At this point, no, because there's so much water under this bridge between Melody and Martell. Like I said, like I've been saying, I want Mel to get to the point where she does not have to even just think about that milk dud. Like, when it comes down to a girl, just be like, oh, Martell, you trying to get me to go there with you? I'm not going there with you, Martell. You wanna goat me, Martell, but I'm definitely not going there with you. Martell Holt. It's the way she says his name. Martell Holt. Martell Hope, I am not going there with you. You know, if it's not about the kids, Martell Hope, then I'm not gonna argue with you. That's really what she should do. Like, if it ain't about the kids, Martell, go to hell. But let's move on. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Kimmy. So this scene with Kimmy. So we have a scene with Kimmy. Her friend Patricia is coming over to the house, right? So Patricia and Kimmy are catching up with each other, right? So they've known each other for years. So I guess when Kimmy was, you know, at one point in her life, you know, they're both each other's village, right? So what am I talking about? They're each other's village. So I guess there was a point in time where Kimmy would watch her kids and Patricia would watch, you know, Jalen and whatnot, right? So they didn't talk about, you know, Kimmy and Maurice going on their honeymoon, right? So Kimmy and Maurice, we all know that Kimmy and Maurice have not gone on a honeymoon at this point. And she's like, you know, the reason why they haven't gone on a honeymoon at this point is because Maurice Jr. is staying with them. And with him being in sports and all this kind of stuff, you know, Maurice just wants to be there for everything. And understandably so, right? So then she also talks about the fact that how the roles have actually kind of changed, right? Because you guys know that Maurice Jr. used to come and stay with them for the summer, right? Now he goes and he stays with them, I guess, year round. He stays with them during the school year, but then he goes and stays with Kiowa during the summer. Now, here's the thing that I'm confused about, right? Didn't Kiowa move? Like, didn't Kiowa move? Didn't Kiowa and her husband, Zabe, weren't they supposed to move to Huntsville at one point? So that way it made it easier? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I thought that was what the conversation was at one point. Maybe they just, and it's possible that they changed it, right? But okay. So then they talk about Kiowa. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. When it comes to this Kiowa situation, I still don't understand why we talk about it so much. Kimmy, she's adamant that she wasn't the other woman, right? And if you said that you weren't the other woman, then who are we to say, you know, boo, cat, dog, or anything like that, right? You say you're not the other woman, you weren't the other woman. Honestly, for me, I just feel like there might have been some overlap. That's just my personal opinion. I think at one point in time there may have been a little bit of an overlap between Kimmy and Kiowa. That's just my personal opinion. You guys let me know what you guys think. But I do feel at some point there might have been an overlap between Kimmy and Kiowa. Again, personal opinion of mine. I don't think she was I don't think that Kimmy was like, oh, I'm with this woman's husband. I don't think that. I think that there might have been just an overlap that he never told her about, right? Now, here's the other thing that I have an issue with is Kiowa. The fact that Kiowa sits here and when you got remarried to your husband, girl, why did you still talk about Maurice? Once you signed on that dotted line that y'all were divorced, move on, right? Move on. You guys are divorced. Move on. But then once you got remarried, that should have been it. Like, I'm not going to mention Maurice. I'm not going to mention our marriage. Like, I'm not talking about that because we're divorced. You're remarried. Whatever. So then they talk about Tisha, right? And, Kimmy feels that Tisha didn't stand up for her with Kiowa because of the fact that she feels that she didn't stand up for her because you guys remember in season 1 when Mel and Tisha were going at it, that Kimmy wouldn't pick a side. Kimmy was still cool with Mel, so and honestly, you guys, if I'm being honest with you guys, you know what? I never knew that there was somebody in that damn car. That person has been sitting there this entire time and they just pulled off. But I sometimes I hate coming to this part because I get sidetracked. But it makes a lot of sense, right? Wait, what was I talking about? How did that make sense come out of my mouth? Oh, thinking about it. The reason, I get where Kimmy's coming from. It makes sense, right? That, she feels that, Tisha didn't have her back with Kiowa because of the fact that she was still cool with Mel. They're both petty. Let's keep it real. That's all I got. They both petty. We're going to move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Letitia and Marceau. I don't know why I said it that way. But let's talk about Tisha and Marceau, right? So Tisha comes home to a surprise from Marceau. So Marceau is petty as hell, right? Like, this fool is petty. I'm like, damn, I could never be that petty. Actually, yes, I could. But I don't know if I would ever do something like this, especially with a significant other, right? So Tisha gets home and there's a man and woman in the house. She's like, hello, who are you? And I was saying the same thing, like, who are these people, right? And come to find out, I think they're like financial advisors or something, right? So Marceau has called them over because he's like, my wife likes surprises. And this is get back for her surprising him with Dr. Francis, right? So these two are financial advisors, right? So they're going to be helping them with their finances because Marceau believes that Tisha spends too much. Now, when we actually got down to the logistics of it, yes. Now, when it comes to men versus women, the expenses of a woman are going to be that much more of a man, right? Women buy makeup, women buy, weaves, wigs, purses, things of that nature, right? Even women's clothing, heels and all that kind of stuff. Their expenses are going to be a lot more than a man's. But in this case, it appears that Marceau's expenses are a little bit more than Ms. Letitia's. Because also on top of Letitia buying her, her makeup, her wigs, her makeup, her wigs, her purses, whatever she buys, right? She also does for the kids, right? And then she says with Marceau only buys for Marceau. Marceau bought a work truck because his transmission went out in his car, on his truck, right? Now, I do understand that part, right? The transmission, right? I do understand that your transmission went out. And it also kind of depends on what the age of his truck is, right? The age of his truck, how many miles were on the truck, so you have to weigh that option, right? Does it make more sense for me to put money into an older car that has a whole lot of miles on it, or just go get me a new truck? So that one I kind of understood a little bit, right? But then when she said the man went and bought him a new Mercedes for his 40th birthday, I'm like, oh. And then when they showed us the Mercedes, I'm like, so that car is literally just for you. You can't even fit, you can barely fit your big ass in it, let alone your kids, huh? So that's really it was just a car for you, right? And then, he also has another car. I'm like, oh, okay. But with Tisha, I don't get it, White. I don't get Tisha, right? Girl, you do realize that him buying things and, him putting money, because he was like, I put some of my paycheck in your account. She's like, yeah, I'm not discrediting that you do that, Mom. So, Tisha, you do realize that when Marceau puts the money into your checking account, that is a way of him controlling you. It's a sign of control. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. Maybe you see, I can't believe I can't imagine that she's that oblivious, right? That the man is using the money as a form of control. Maybe she could be that clueless. I don't want to believe she is, but she could be hell. Something that I've wondered when it comes to this show, when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, when it comes to them getting paid, how do they get paid? I really do wonder that one. I wonder, how do they get paid? Now, I'm pretty positive Mel and Martell get paid separately at this point, but I do wonder with the couples, do y'all get one whole paycheck? Or do y'all get individual checks? Like, if anybody knows that, let me know in the comment section. I really do wonder, do they get an individual check? Like with the housewives. On Real Housewives, the wives get the checks. The husbands don't get paid. But this is an ensemble cast of couples. So who gets the paycheck? Let's move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. Let's move over to Destiny. Oh, we can include all this in one scene. Because I was like, damn. All right, let's talk about Destiny. So Destiny is having this women's empowerment brunch that she's having to kind of bring all the women together, bring people like bankers, real estate, all kind, whatever business you guys, she's bringing all the women together so that they can network together, which is a great idea, right? And she's also going to be unveiling her cover of Hyper magazine. So then we see them, they sit down, she gives her speech. This is her second annual, women's brunch. So congratulations to her on that one, right? So then she sits down, and I don't know who she was, because see how the camera panned, you would think she was talking to Letitia. Because she said, thank you for sponsoring the champagne. I believe she was talking to Letitia. But then Mel chimed in saying, she would have sponsored the event as well if Destiny had sent her the same email that she had sent to her friend Stormy. Now, you guys know Stormy is the woman that Mel went to her house and filmed that damn video. I don't have nothing against the video. It was an interesting concept. The video was very interesting, is all I got to say. Actually, you know what? The video is better than the song. Oh, that was shady. That was shady. And I wasn't trying to be shady. I really wasn't, you guys. I was not trying to be shady. But the video was a little bit... The only part of the video that I did not understand was that damn dog. What did the dog have to do with the video? Oh. Was she walking Martell? Was that dog supposed to symbolize Martell? Walking him out? That was the only thing about the video I didn't understand, was the dog. But hey, whatever. What am I talking about? But yeah, she said she would have sponsored it. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. Because that conversation could have went differently, right? That conversation could have went differently, and that's why I say I'm gonna be honest, because I don't know if I would have necessarily said something in that particular moment. I might would have pulled Destiny to the side and be like, "Hey, Destiny, so you sent Stormy an email about sponsoring it, but I didn't get it." Destiny said she dropped the ball, and she wasn't sure that Mel was gonna come, and I was like, now why wouldn't Mel come? Because Mel has been to everything that you've had so far, so why wouldn't she come? Kind of confusing, huh? So then we see Letitia. So she wants to pull... No. Letitia, here we go again. Another inopportune moment, right? I was like, why did she mention... And I was thinking to myself about Mel, girl, why in the hell did you mention sponsoring when you sitting right next to Letitia? Because Letitia took it upon herself to say, you know what? Speaking about sponsoring, I didn't get a check from you or you. And Mel was like, you didn't get a check from me? You didn't get a check from my people? No, I did not get a check from your people. Okay. What? Okay. I was just kind of confused. Now, Kimmy. Y'all know I love me some Kimmy, right? But Kimmy, I think the message at this whole table was inopportune. Everything was very inopportune. Mel should have never said nothing because it just trickled down. It just trickled. Mel mentioned the fact that Destiny didn't send her the email that she sent to Stormy. Tisha mentions that she never got a check from Mel and Destiny. Then Kimmy chimes in and asks her, well, did you get a check from me and Maurice? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why? Why? She says, I was getting to that. I was like, oh, a little rude. But yes, we did get a check from you. So Mel says, well, when did you get that check from them? Was it before or after, the little issues? It was definitely after. I was like, oh, God. So Kimmy was like, well, what would you prefer? The check or a text? I'm like, Kimmy, Now, didn't you say with your friend Patricia you were being petty and that you could have responded via text? You just chose not to, right? Okay. I don't care. They got the check. We're moving forward, right? So then we see Tisha. So Tisha wants to pull Miss Tiffany to the side. We're going to pause that and we're going to go on ahead. So Mel is telling all the ladies that she's going to be, premiering her video at Stormy's place. I was like, okay, cool. So then Tisha, y'all know, Letitia ain't my favorite person on this show, but baby, in this scene, Letitia was me. And I was Letitia, and Letitia and I was one. Because I was like, about damn time somebody asked this big forehead you know what? Nope. Tiffany and this her forehead and her terrible fashion sense. It was about time someone, since she's so transparency, but we ain't saw a lick of transparency this season with you. Tisha called her ass on that shit. I don't know shit about you. Tell me a little bit about Miss Tiffany and Mr. Lewis. She's still not transparent if you ask me if you want me to be honest with you guys, right? So she tells us and Tisha that, there was cheatations on both she and Lewis's part, right? And when they got together, they had the tough conversations about why did you cheat? What were you like? Kind of whatever you were missing, right? So she said they were cheating on both parts. I'm like, I kind of figured that there was some cheating on both parts. Then this help goes in one step further and says she cheated when she was in high school. I'm like, girl, that is not cheating. So then Tisha's like, so why did you end up getting a divorce? Were you not happy in a relationship? I don't want to speak on that because he's not longer here. But you ain't had no problem. In 17 episodes, 16, scratch last week's episode. In 16 episodes this whole season, or however many episodes we saw you in this season, you ain't had not one issue with asking anybody about their relationship, right? You ain't had not a one issue asking any kind of personal questions. And she's gonna come at Tisha next week, and oh God, the fact that I'm gonna have to be on Tisha's side next week, damn. I don't have an issue with Tisha, but I just don't like being on her side that much because I think she's just an overall petty person. But I'm going to be on Tisha's side next week. I am going to be on Tisha's side next week. Who would have thought it, right? But you know what? There are those moments that I do be on her side, especially, yeah. But okay. Let's move on, you guys, and wrap the episode up. All right, you guys. So this last scene, it was cute. It ain't really much to it. It was Kimmy and Maurice. They had a little date with each other. Maurice told Kimmy about him and Martell having a therapy session with Dr. French. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have him on retainer. Absolutely. So then he said he set up this picnic for her, and it was really cute. I thought it was a cute picnic, right? So he tells her about Dr. Francis telling him that he has 2 wives, right? And it's really interesting, right? Because Kimmy has been telling Maurice the same stuff that Dr. Francis told him in one sitting for the last 2 seasons. Well, no, 3 seasons. So you can listen to another man tell you this stuff, but when your wife, illustrates this to you, tells you how she's feeling, you don't hear her. That would be a big issue for me, right? That would really be an issue for me. Like, you can listen to a stranger tell you the same things that I've been telling you for God knows how long. So that means you don't listen to shit that I'm saying, right? So he told her he's going to make an effort to spend more time with her. And the first thing to do is to go on a honeymoon with each other, right? It'll be just them. Oh, and I forgot to mention to you guys that Destiny gave her a honeymoon when they were at the empowerment brunch, right? But that's the episode, you guys. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button so you guys are notified when I drop things else, and share the video. And until the next one, you guys, please stay safe, take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'm going to catch you guys later, you guys. So, yes, next week is the season finale. Thank the Lord for small favors. I really needed this because I got a lot of shows that I'm reviewing. I need some of these shows to go on a hiatus or a season finale. I need some of these shows to go on a season finale so that I can just kind of rest for just a little bit. And then we can get back into, these shows because I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed these days. I need Potomac to go away. Unfortunately, I need Salt Lake City to kind of get ready to go away. I need, if I could just have 2 shows on Sundays. I need my Tuesday shows. Oh, I need a lot of them to just go on season finales. It's those Tuesday shows that are the killer. Those Tuesday shows, Tuesday and Sunday. So yeah, you guys, I'm on the fence about Portia's show, but we'll see. But that's it, you guys. I'm rambling at this point. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed. I don't know if I said that, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, you guys. Bye. Love you.